Hi, I'm Davina with forkandplate.com, and today we're going to show you the easiest way in the world to make an old-fashioned apple crumble. Now, the first thing you want to do is obviously get some apples. We are going to use Macintosh. Are these Macintosh? Granny Smith. We're going to use Granny Smith apples today. These are actually very tart, but you can use Macintosh or Honeycrisp, and you can mix and match red and green apples. Doesn't matter. Really easy. First thing you want to do is put your oven on 350 degrees, preheat it. And you want to take your apples, you want to peel them, and you want to core them. And if you want to see how to core apples, we have a really fun way to do it. Just click on the link below. So after you've cored and peeled, when we finish chewing, your apples, you want to add some sugar. Now we're going to take about 1.5 to 2 cups of sugar because our apples are pretty tart. But if you know, it depends on what you like. You essentially just want to coat all of your apples. I'm going to use my hands. And you just want to make sure everything is coated with sugar. We want these sweet, so I'm going to add a little bit extra. There we go. Now these are all covered. Then we're going to also add some cinnamon. Just because cinnamon and apples are awesome together. I mean, come on. Classic pairing. Then we're also going to add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Now the reason we add the cornstarch is because when the apples cook, they give off a lot of juice. And we want that juice to become syrupy and thick. So that you can actually spoon it over ice cream or, you know, whatever you want to do. About 2 tablespoons. We're going to mix all of that in. And one more thing we like to add for this recipe is some citrus juice. We like to add a little bit of lemon juice. Watch out for the seeds. Don't get them in there. And we love to use lemon juice because it will keep your apples from browning. And we're also going to add a little bit of orange juice. And the citrus in this dish will just brighten up the flavors, and it's a really, really amazing cobbler or crumble. We're going to mix all of this together. And I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon, so about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So now once you've made your filling, you want to add it to your whatever dish you're going to use to bake this in. We're using it's about a 10-inch pie dish, and we've used about 6 apples. So depending on what dish you have, I mean, if you have a larger one, you use more apples, and you can, as long as it's full. You just want to make sure that your dish is full. So if you want, as a guideline, you can cut your fruit first and make sure it fills up your dish, and then go ahead and mix your filling all together and make all of that. We have all of this goodness in here. And you just want to make sure it's very full all the way, to the rim of your dish. Okay, so now that you've made your filling, you want to make your crumble topping. Now this is a really easy recipe. We're going to take 2 sticks of butter. You want to make sure it's room temperature, otherwise it's a pain in the ass to break up into everything. And you can also do this in a food processor, but if you don't, you can do it by hand, which is what we're going to do today. We're going to add about 2.5 cups of brown sugar. We're using light brown sugar. We're going to get some old-fashioned oats, and we're going to add about a cup of that. We're also going to add about 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And of course, don't forget the cinnamon, about 2 tablespoons. Now you're going to mix all of this together. Oh my God, it smells so good already. And then we're going to take our butter and we're going to break it into the mixture. You want to get like pea-sized pieces of butter into this. So we're just going to break it up. This is fun. You can do this with your kids. Kids love to do this. And you're just going to break everything up into your sugar and your oats. You're going to break all this butter up into it. Okay, so after you put in your stick of room temperature butter, you want to just work it all into your sugar so that it's all broken up into like pea-sized pieces. It's all worked in. Perfect. So after that, we're just going to take our topping and we're going to put it onto our filling. And then you just want to press it down. And you're going to bake this for about 30 minutes on 350 degrees. What we're going to do first is we're going to add, wait, I forgot to cut them. I forgot to tell you to cut the damn things, and I forgot to tell you to turn the oven on. I suck.
Pause.